Hello everyone, Burn here. And just like the rest of you, this COVID-19 has pretty much shut down everything for me as far as DJing is going. No gigs, no clubs, no weddings, no birthdays, nothing. So now what? Who knows when we're going to be able to go back outside and start playing music and getting paid again. But while we are inside, it's important to stay productive. So here's my list of the top 10 things DJs should be doing during their quarantine. Now, before we get started, if you're new here, be sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to have new uploads multiple times a week. That's actually one of my tips, but we'll get to those in a second. Leave a comment and tell me, when was your last gig? I can tell you my last gig was March 7th, so we're going on almost 5-6 weeks ago. So once again, leave in the comments below, when was your last gig? Now let's get to the list. Number 10. Utilize social media. Now, since we're not out at the clubs or the bars, it's very important to keep your visibility up and keep your brand going. So get on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, start conversations, utilize the Instagram and Facebook story, put up polls on Twitter, post pictures on Instagram of past parties, ask questions. It's very important to ask questions and get people to engage with you and just keep the conversation going about you and your brand. Number 9, start a website. Now, I'm surprised every day on how many DJs don't have a website, but I understand it does take time. The good news is we have nothing but time now. So start a website. The website and the domain is basically everything about you. Bio, pictures, videos, mixes. You can also sell merchandise. You can put up exclusive content. It's basically all about you and should be the central point for you, because how many times have Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram gone down and then nobody can contact you or reach you? And trust me, here's a little gem. When someone's trying to book you for an event, booking at Gmail and booking at your custom domain name is completely different. Hit me up, mail@djburn.com is a lot different than djburn@gmail.com. It just looks more professional. And you can get that custom email with your own website. Number 8. Clean your equipment. I don't know about you, but working in a lot of bars and clubs, my mixer and my controller and my turntables get very dirty and dusty. So take a second to wipe it down with a microfiber cloth. Wipe down your laptop. Make sure you use the proper cleaning techniques so you don't cause any damage to your equipment. And for you more advanced people out there, clean your faders, cross faders, up faders. This is the perfect time to make sure that once the quarantine's over, all your equipment's in tip-top shape. Speaking of equipment, number 7, rewrap, organize, and replace your wires. I don't know about you, but I currently have a Home Depot bucket full of wires, but they are organized and they are properly wrapped. So you want to organize signal cables and power cables. You also want to make sure you have XLR, RCA, and 1/4-inch cables at different lengths as well, so you can be ready for anything. Different bars, different clubs at different setups. You want to make sure that you don't go into a situation where you can't play your music. Also, you want to have different length power cables. For those of you that do weddings and birthday parties and private events, you know exactly why, because you're not always positioned right next to a power outlet. So that's very important. Amazon is great for power cables and signal cables, so replace them while you can. Number 6, reorganize your music library. Now, regardless of what DJing software you use on your laptop, I'm sure there's plenty of times where you're in the middle of a set and you just put a song from your downloads folder into the program, and then you move the song later, and now the library in your program, Serato for example, can't find the file. So you can go through, reanalyze all your music files in your library, remove all the ones that are missing. It'll also rescan all the waveforms. Go through and set some new cue points. And if you're feeling very adventurous, you can go through and reorganize all your crates. Now, depending on how many songs you have, this might take a while, whether you have 2,000 songs or 60,000. But once again, we have nothing but time. Now on to our top 5 list of things DJ should do during the quarantine. Before we get there, take this time out. Follow me on Twitter @DJ_BERN. Follow me on Instagram @DJBERN. Like my Facebook page. Follow me on Twitch. And this all goes with the number 5 item on our list. Collaborate with other DJs. I've been DJing for 12 plus years and there's still things I don't know. I learn things from new DJs all the time, especially when we DJ together. So reach out to DJs, either ones that you know or you don't know but they're in close proximity to you, or me. You can trade tips, compare libraries, share experiences. We're all in this together, and who better to learn from than somebody that's actually doing the same thing you're doing. Number 4, content and live streaming. Content is king in 2020, especially during the quarantine. People have nothing to do but watch videos like this YouTube video you're watching right now. Go on social media and watch Instagram Live, Instagram TV, Facebook videos. So why not make some content? A short 2 to 5 minute mix, maybe a acapella over an instrumental, a nice blend, something to get people to watch you and engage you. As far as live streams, live streaming is the new club. I know plenty of people personally that look forward to Friday and Saturday nights inside their home. They'll pour up an adult beverage, turn on Instagram Live or Facebook Live and watch DJs and listen to music. It's going to be a separate video on how to get the best quality out of your live streams, but definitely want to make content for social media, whether it's live or something that can be consumed over and over again. All right, now here we are with the top 3. Number 3, new music. Some people have been playing the same genre and the same songs over and over again, but now that we have time, why not go out there and explore some new music? We all have streaming services. Go look at some genres that you might be interested in. If you don't know where to start, go look for a playlist. That playlist usually has the most popular songs, and you can go from there. For example, I just recently got into Afrobeats, and so I'm exploring new artists through Afrobeats. Use your streaming services, listen to new music, download new music, become a more diverse DJ. This might also be the best time for you to invest into a DJ pool if you don't already. There'll be another video on DJ pools and the pros and cons of that, but definitely listen to new music and add it to your library so you can come out of the quarantine with more songs in the tuck. Number 2. And number 2, as you can tell by the number in the ranking, is almost the most important thing that you should be doing in and outside of quarantine, and that's backing up your computer. Now, most of us use Apple products, MacBook, MacBook Pro, MacBook Air. A lot of people do not take advantage of the free Time Machine program that comes with the computer. Time Machine is very simple. Plug up an external hard drive, Time Machine automatically recognizes it. It asks you if you want to use it to back up. If you select yes, it'll automatically back up everything that's on your computer, and then every time you plug in that external hard drive, it'll back up where it left off at. You should be doing this at least weekly. I had a situation where my laptop was actually stolen and I hadn't backed it up for 2 months. And 2 months doesn't seem like a long time, but there was a bunch of music that I had to go re-download because of that. Now I know what you're saying. You yourself use an external hard drive for your music, right? If you do, let me know in the comments below. But that's the beauty of Time Machine. You can also specify to back up an external to another external. Or if you've been using the same external hard drive for more than 3 years, I would personally recommend to switch over to a solid state hard drive. They're a little more expensive, but they work faster and they last longer. It's better to do that now instead of finding out one day your external hard drive just stops working and you don't have a backup. Now you have to pay for a data recovery service that's not 100% successful. Back up your music library. Our music libraries are the most important thing we have outside of our equipment. And here we are, the number 1 thing that DJs should be doing during a quarantine. If you haven't guessed it already, practice. With the technology that's available today, with Serato and other programs that use DJ controllers, a lot of DJs get by just being able to play one song after the other. And I'm not knocking that. But even me, after being DJing for 12 years, there are things I could be better at. So if your mixing isn't 100%, work on your mixing. If your scratching doesn't sound like the way you want it to sound, watch some YouTube tutorials and practice scratching. You're only going to get better at these things the more times you do it. If you want to get advanced and start doing beat juggling and doing new beat juggling routines, this is the perfect time to do it. Work on your weak hand. Your dominant hand is usually better touching the turntable, platter, record, and the crossfader. But what about your not dominant hand, aka your weak hand, which is my left hand? Practice, 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 practice. There are a lot of people that have controllers and mixers and they only utilize maybe about 30% of the features. Look at all the buttons on your controller. The ones you don't know what they do, find out what they do. Find out how they can make your DJ sets better. A lot of people don't know that Serato DJ Pro has the ability to play 4 decks at a time. Do you know how to control 4 decks on your controller? Definitely something to look into if you want to make your mixes a lot more advanced. Now, what do you think was the most important tip on this list? Or is there something I might have forgot? Definitely let me know in the comments below. And once again, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on social media. Until next time, burn out.